Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, fire leaves a man homeless on his birthday. Jason Anderson's birthday dawned in devastation, not a celebration. There was no cake, no laughter, only smoke, confusion, and a frantic scramble to salvage what little he could. By early Sunday morning, Anderson stood half a mile from the smothering ruins of his home on Wexford Road in Vineyard Town. "My husband hung upon my birthday," he said. "Today my birthday and I can't even talk right now. But just a whole of vibes." The blaze erupted around 3 a.m., ripping through the house where Anderson, his partner, and their 4 children were asleep. "I was inside with my family, and it's 6 of us," he said. His eldest daughter, just 18, was the first to sense a danger, but the fear rendered her silent. He told the news, "My daughter waked me up, and she couldn't even tell me say a fire to how she frightened." By the time Anderson fully grasped the situation, flames had already invaded parts of the house. "Me do my utmost best to save the house," he said, before adding, "My best was not good enough." Despite the punishing heat, Anderson managed to haul out a few possessions: a television, a stove, a microwave, and a gas cylinder. "We can't live without me TV," he said. But in nearly everything else, clothes, furniture, hard-earned savings, was lost. "Me lose all couple little crumbs," he said, of the money he had tucked away. "But you know how it go. Me have life. The greatest part is that me and my family alive." Yet even survival carries its own heartbreak. His voice grew thick as he reflected on what hurt the most. "Me try to help me please, and what really mashed me up, me have a son, him a 16-year-old. The man they no come a road, him no bad. Him good and him book work and everything good for him. And when him see me a fight and me see him a fight." His words faltered and faded. Next door, his neighbor narrowly escaped a disaster. He gestured to broken windows and blackened trees, a mango and an ackee that once shaded the slim gap between their homes. "See my house nearly catch there," he said. "The whole of my glass them drop out. Me have to go buy back my louver them. The heat do that, you know." He had slept through most of the emergency, unaware of just how close danger had come. "Me did asleep and me never feel no heat, because of the other side of the house me dep on," he explained. The news made repeated attempts to contact the Jamaica Fire Brigade for an official report, but the calls went unanswered. Mackenzie chides Lucy Mayor's absence from events he attends. Minister of Local Government and Community Development, Desmond Mackenzie, has issued a stern reminder that politicians who are public office holders should serve beyond partisan politics, declaring that public office has no political allegiance. He made the comment as he expressed the disappointment at the repeated absence of Hanover Municipal Corporation Chairman and the Lucy Mayor, Sheridan Samuels, from key events in the parish that he, Mackenzie, has attended. Mackenzie's frustration boiled over on Thursday during the handing over of a newly constructed quarters for the matron of the Hanover Infirmary, an event Samuels did not attend. The opposition People's National Party swept all the parochial divisions in Hanover in last February's local government elections, and some of those councillors were also reportedly absent from the function. The minister deemed the mayor's no-show an affront to his portfolio's office. "I note with concern that almost every time I come to the parish for a function, the mayor is absent. You know, we are all politicians, but when we hold a public office, the public office that we hold has no political allegiance," Mackenzie said. He said Thursday's event marked a significant milestone as the HMC became the second municipality to receive brand new quarters for its infirmary's matron since the Jamaica Labour Party assumed office in 2016. And for the mayor to insult not me as the minister or not me as the individual, but to insult the office of the minister and to turn his back on the municipality that he represents, and not being here this morning to participate in this function, I consider this to be a betrayal of the office that he holds and the trust and the confidence that the people have placed in him, Mackenzie asserted. But in a media interview following Mackenzie's comments, Samuels defended his stewardship of the HMC, stating that his primary focus is on serving the people of Hanover. The mayor alleged that the minister has disrespected the municipal corporation's leadership and accused the Mackenzie of using his position to cast the doubt on his Samuel's office and leadership. I am here and I have to stand up for the people of Hanover, and what is happening to us here is total disrespect and disregard, undermining our functions, and that is why we took certain stands. As a matter of fact, I have been disrespected, Samuels stated. He claimed that the municipal corporation is to receive a reimbursement of funds that were promised by the local government ministry for a dengue mitigation program, and they said those funds have not been received to date. Samuels also accused the Mackenzie of using his position to cast the doubt on his Samuels' office and leadership. ECJ is a registrar of political parties to operate as the chief liaison for Office of Political Ombudsman. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica issued a statement late Saturday seeking to clarify how the Office of Political Ombudsman will operate from within the ECJ. The ECJ says it has sought to streamline and improve the operations of the Office of Political Ombudsman through the establishment of a dedicated unit within its office. The unit is headed by a senior officer who is the ECJ's registrar of political parties. It says that person will be the chief liaison between the public and the ECJ's members, who together constitute the political ombudsman. The ECJ says the unit is tasked with responsibility for coordinating the activities of the Office of Political Ombudsman, including implementing mechanisms for accepting, processing, and responding to complaints from the public. The ECJ notes that since the commencement of the current campaign period, only one complaint in relation to the placement of signs in Montego Bay has been received by the office so far, which is being addressed by the political ombudsman. Questions have been swirling around the operation of the political ombudsman since the standalone office was abolished by Parliament a year ago and its role transferred to the ECJ. The ECJ now says the function of political ombudsman within its organization was activated in February of last year. The parliamentary opposition and several civil society groups have taken issue with the ECJ taking on the responsibilities of the political ombudsman, given that some of its members are political appointees. With a parliamentary general election due before the end of the year, there has been calls for the reinstatement of an independent office of the political ombudsman. This was followed by a statement from the Justice Minister that an individual was named to the position. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.